It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Washington Commanders. And it kicks off next on Madden NFL 24.
Well, this building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Washington Commanders. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. CD, these Commanders, a last-place ball club in 2022. In most cases, you'd say that was a lost season, but they finished 8-1, 500. That would have won the NFC South. What kind of a chance do you give them in what is certainly a loaded NFC East?
And you're exactly right about the division, so you have to be cautious about what you think with this team. They've got to continue to play excellent defense and get some improvement on the offensive side of the ball and establish who their quarterback is going to be.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, I think everybody seems ready to turn the page from 2022. A tough finish down the stretch. Some wacky plays in that loss to the Bengals in the wild card round. They just want to reset and come out swinging in 2023.
Oh, I love how you just expressed that. You're exactly right. Reset and come out playing Ravens football again. And look, they had some anxious moments in the offseason. Now, a sigh of relief. They have their key pieces in place. They're ready to attack.
It's the Battle of the Beltway. Baltimore and Washington are underway. And able to get this out to the 25. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
They'll start by running the option to the right. The quick feet by Jackson. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
In motion left goes a tight end. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. That's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3's in. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Commanders set to go to work on offense, and they've handed the controls to this man in his second NFL season, former Tar Heel Sam Howell.
Howell got the nod from Commanders leadership to be the team starter this year. A nice bump for last year's 5th-round pick. One start as a rookie and didn't look bad at all, winning the team's finale. And let's not forget, this is a guy who was once viewed as a first-round pick, so there's plenty of promise hidden beneath the surface.
Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Howell down to throw it. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. So the completion there, Charles, looking at this defense, really in for a tough task here this afternoon. What are some of the keys for them if they want to come out on top?
Well, the first thing, partner, is they just allowed a completion there. They don't want to get a string of those going. Let him get his confidence. Let him get into the rhythm of the game, the flow of the game, and all of a sudden, he's feeling like he can do no wrong.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's got room at the 30, and he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
It's early, but announce a cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And 4 at the Ravens 7-yard line.
4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. 2nd down, Howell back to pass. Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, How much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Eluding the pressure right.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Sam Howell and the rest of this offense running back out.
And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter, and continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time?
They were really good on the last drive.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Once more, Gibson.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. And Howe will throw it. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that 1st down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
1st down, Howe to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. With a play fake, and now here's Howe to throw it. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position. That's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Howell.
And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. He was out there waving his arm saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Samuel bringing in the slant.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Another throw for Howell.
Buying time to his left.
Howell sliding down, and he picks up the first on that play.
Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing here, Howell. This to McLaurin out on the left side. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. Now Howell.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Here's Howell. They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
They'll go. It's Gibson.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Gibson is in. Touchdown, Washington.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Slide for the PAT.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. But the Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson.
That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
The final shot before break. Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports
It's halftime. This is Houston Gaming.
Coach.
Please
Okay,
like,
Brandon,
share,
thanks
subscribe.
very much, and welcome in
Enjoy
everyone
the rest
to
of the
our
game, and
downtown
I'll see you in
Orlando
the next
studios and this EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this third quarter. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 10 more there and another first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10. Open man is Samuel, complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up second down.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Howell to throw on second down. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. After the interception, here's Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Jackson to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the 3rd and then carry that over to the 4th.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
Jackson on 1st down. And on this
this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
That's multiple times now he's tagged them with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now it's Jackson.
Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And now we've got a third down and 3.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You got to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
Tucker's kick is good.
And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On second down, a run with Gibson.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
59 yards rushing now, 8 carries for him so far.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 8. Gibson again.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. That is is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
This time they'll throw it with Howell. Quick slay at Dotson. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game, 1st and 10 here. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
On first down, right back to Gibson.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Second and 6 with the ball on the 7. Now the second-year man from Alabama, it's Brian Robinson.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, here's Gibson.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Sly.
This to perhaps salt this one away.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead here to 17-6.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone.
Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down by 11, a little over a minute to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance.
Jackson to throw.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Throwing, Jackson. Connecting with Andrews.
You know, when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Jackson.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill. When your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon, there's an incompletion right there.
Here comes 2nd down. Jackson.
And this is going to be pulled in by the tight end Andrews.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 31-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
One last shot for Jackson. That is caught with Rashad Bateman. So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
The Commanders pick up the victory as we say so long from our nation's capital.